I'm Spitfire, and we're the Diamond Posse. We got Diva Amy here, and we've got Kat. And we came here to Kansas City from 4 different points of the United States. And you're looking at 3 of us and saying, how the heck could you come from 4 points? Well, Gypsy is somewhere here. There she comes running. She's got to come around the back of the stage. We were on a mission last year where we went from San Antonio, Texas, up to Wisconsin, riding every day of National Armed Forces Week in thanking our veterans for what they had done for us. And we stopped here in Kansas City, and we got the warmest, best welcome we had anywhere in those 8 days that we were riding. You guys rock. It was so awesome that we were looking for an excuse to come back here, and Gail gave that to us and told us about the 9/11 tribute ride. So this year, this was our mission, was to come here. We are raising money for Canines for Combat Vets. We've raised about $10,000. Takes $20,000 for a service dog. But we appreciate everything that you've done for us. We're going to be set up with some Diva merchandise. This is Diva from Park City, Utah.
Yeah!
We've got Kat from Racine, but she drove all the way down to Dallas so she could come up from Dallas, Texas. So,
oh, yeah!
And we've got Gypsy from Boston who came here through a hurricane.
Hell yeah!
Gail, everything, she did it. So I'd like to thank everybody who made this possible. Gail, you were just so wonderful and awesome. We did take some $5 votes so we could name a puppy for the service dog. We've been doing that for 6 weeks. And I'm happy to let you know that tonight the dog's name is, well, the 4 names that we were choosing from: Liberty, Lucky, Harley, and Freedom. And the dog's name is Freedom.
Yeah!
Freedom wins. Harley was a close second, but only 2 votes off, and Harley would have won. So, but thanks everybody. Have a great evening. We got one more thing. We did meet somebody here last year. We've got a special thing to present to him.
Actually, we have a couple things, and the first one, while Bob makes his way up here, I hope you are here. You know who you are. Last year at Gail's Harley Davidson, I met this man, and any of you who know me know that things just sort of kind of roll out of my mouth. And I'm an absolute hardcore veteran lover. I'm not a veteran, but I'm an absolute veteran lover. I know I can ride cross country, wearing what I want to wear, smoking my cigar, saying what I want to say, and y'all ain't gonna lock me up. You might yell at me a little bit or tell me to put a lid on, and I'll tell you no, but I'm free today because of what veterans have given to me. And I cannot even begin to tell you how much that means to me. Every time I fly, every time I leave this country, I come back knowing full well I have it because of what you've given to me. Well, I met this young man. He came walking out of Gail's looking at me like, who the hell is this chick? And he had this really cool shirt on. And I said, what's it gonna take for me to get that shirt? He just looked at me and his partner said, he wore that in basic, Vietnam era. And I said, well, that's really cool. And I said, well, with all due respect, I liked it. And that's about all he said. And then he followed us that day and escorted us over to One-Eye Jack's, and he just kind of quietly sat around and watched everything we were doing with this veteran outreach, thinking, are these chicks really true? Now, you didn't say it out loud, but I could see it all over your face. And as we were getting ready to leave, and he'd heard the story of us going into LZ Lambeau and running tail gunners for a Congressional Medal of Honor welcoming home Vietnam vets, and how very honored we were to be able to ride up with the big boys, and that we were just some women who love veterans. We weren't veterans, so that is an extreme honor. And if you know any of us, or if you want to get to know us, you're going to know that is the truth. And he walked out and he took his shirt off and he handed it to me. And I said, I was deeply touched. I was very touched, and I said, I'll wear this with honor into LZ Lambeau as I ride in. And you know it don't match my bike because I'm the one who's got that pink one with them big 8s. And it's yellow. However, I'm that honored. So when I went into LZ Lambeau, there happened to be a gentleman there by the name of Gary Wetzel, a Congressional Medal of Honor, who left a limb in Vietnam as he was bringing his boys and brothers back home. This is him. It's a signed up picture of Gary, who personally signed that, by the way, who, when I held that up, wore that in, signed your shirt, and said thank you, and asked, please keep this with honor, a copy of his Congressional Medal of Honor. I really do pay attention about coming home from Sturgis. I had a girlfriend get in an accident. I'll try to be short. I'm not that short. And I met this big boy who looked like he just rolled out of Attica. He didn't roll out of Attica, but he had rolled out of Nam. Wonderful man. And he said, what are you doing here? And I told him I was trying to get the attention of some big people about paying attention to motorcycle safety because we're dying. And as the weekend went on, I told him more about how I got into veteran outreach, and I was rehabbing with veterans, and I was so angry all I could do was listen to their stories. And as I listened to the stories and watched them not judge me for being a freak, and a one-legged blonde is, believe it or not, in some arenas is a little odd, especially if you want to jump on your bike and ride again. They think it's really odd. And I told him that my Uncle Roscoe was a POW MIA, and I was very proud to call him my uncle. I have two cousins on the wall. And he got big tears in his eyes, and he had to walk away from Spitfire and I. He said, excuse me, and he walked away. We didn't know what, I didn't know what I'd said, because some stuff, like I said, just rolls out my mouth. At any rate, I was getting ready to leave the next day, and I wasn't dressed in such keen attire for motorcycle safety convention. So I was a little shunned because I had on a shirt from Milwaukee. It was my last clean shirt after just, you know what I'm talking about when you've been. And I went to say goodbye to everybody, and I walked over to him and I said, thank you again, thank you for what you've done. And I hugged him, and he said, wait, before you go, I want you to wear something. He said, well, I want to give you something because I think you would honor and cherish it. And this big man reached over to his wrist and pulled off his brother's band, which I wear every day. And I want to tell you that as an American, I still love what you do. I still love your reasons. I don't care about the politics about it. But I know that when I've ridden in rain, hail, wind, hot, cold, riding for you, you all are losing limbs, souls, minds, and some of you don't come home. You're gone but not forgotten. I have a copy here also from a signed autograph for Gail from Gary Wetzel. She's an awesome woman and also a veteran lover that we came to appreciate and call friend.
Yeah!
Thanks, Kat. And thanks, Gail. There is one more team of people who really made a huge effort to be here today, and that would be the New Glory Flag Bike team. You saw that awesome bike and the people who were flanking. They came from Minneapolis area down here to be part of this parade as well. And so I'd like to, you guys, if you can. So thanks to the New Glory Flag Bike team. It was awesome. And Diamond Posse support crew. There were a bunch of people who came with us. So anything else you wanted to add?
And thank you to the Diamond Posse. Thank you very much for coming all the way out here. Very cool. Yeah. Diva wants to know who's going to ride back with them. Okay, now, one more thing. Thank you. Thank you very much for riding in this parade and for supporting our rally today. Okay. Thanks, Gail. Okay, we're going to have KCDC. Thank you. Enjoy your evening.